Hey guys, William here with fitnessforbackpain.com talking about the Quadratus Lumborum or the QL when it comes to stretching it, trying to find out if it's tight. Are you actually having pain from your QL? Is it something that's a surrounding muscle, which is a very high chance it could be that way? In this video I want to show you 3 stretches, basically starting from the basic movement on the floor of stretching your QL, then going to show you how you can semi-test to see if your QL is actually causing you issues. You can test for tightness or in certain trigger points that you may need to work on. Then the third one's going to be a pretty intense, probably the hardest QL stretch you could do, in my opinion. But you'll be able to use all these things within your recovery plan when it comes to treating your potentially tight QL. The last video I'm going to show you will be a separate video, is how to do more like self-manipulation of the QL using a lacrosse ball. I'll teach you, kind of show you where it's at, where to focus on, and what you can kind of do as far as releasing some pretty tight areas, okay? So what I'm going to do here is just the basic version of the QL stretch. Pretty much it's starting in that child's pose. It's a pretty simple, if you've ever done yoga before, it's a very simple position. Watch your lower back. If it's causing you pain just to go into your child's pose, then back off, stick to one of the standing versions of the QL stretch, which I'll show you here in a second, okay? So what you're going to do, get in what's called the child's pose, stretching yourself all the way out, trying to relax. Again, if you're feeling any pain in your lower back, just stop it immediately. You're not trying to work through any kind of pain. But if you can manage this, what you're going to do is you're going to walk your hands, try to keep your hips right where they're at, walk your hands over, and what you're going to do is you're going to start feeling a stretch. It's probably going to start in your lats, and it's going to work its way hopefully down into this area here. Kind of midway between your belly and your back muscles is right in this area here is your QL, okay? So you're here, walking yourself out. As soon as you get out to where you start feeling it in your lat, you can change your hips and kind of push into that left leg. If you're trying to stretch, if you're out to the right, you're trying to stretch your left QL, okay? So you're here, stretching it out, push that hip out, and you might have to play with it a little bit to find out where it is, where you'll actually get through your lat and actually get to your QL. So you might have to play with it a little bit. Other side, same way, you're gonna walk out, shift that weight, push the hip out, and you should keep walking and walking and walking until you feel the space in between here start to kind of get a little bit tight, okay? The second one, come on over here, is the semi-test. You can probably do this before you actually do that stretch. But what you're going to do, it's a basic kind of step test to see if you're actually having pain in your QL. What it consists of is you step up on a step like this, you try to square your hips, and what you're going to do is try to drop it, okay? Back up, you can drop it. This dropping position here, I'm stretching this QL. You can turn it into a stretch where you're grabbing above here and you're letting that hip drop, and then you're pushing it out, okay? Again, that side, do the same side with this here, square your hips up, drop it, and then you can pull it that way, okay? So that's, again, you can test yourself for a tight QL that way. You can also stretch it. Now this one, probably the most complicated, but it's probably the best one you can do for your QL. What you're going to do is you're going to take, if you're going to stretch the left side, that leg is going to go under the right leg. So what you're going to do is stand here like this, take your leg back, grab onto the wall here, give yourself some playroom. What you're going to do is grab your hands on this door frame, and you're going to push, basically put all your weight into that QL. So all this area right here is going to be stretched out. If you're feeling it in your lats and your arms are really spaced out, bring your arms together and it'll focus more on that QL. So the same way on this side, if you want to see it from the back, basically what you're going to do, legs being stretched as under, pull like that. If you're feeling your lats, slide your arms down, okay? That's it for stretching. Anything else you guys need, just subscribe to it, check out the website, and I'll see you later.